Calm as the day, through the trembling air, breathing softly, play gentle spirit, lighting delay. Beams within atheistic to listen to flare, this will I find, to care through all the discontent, the long fruitless of a stay for the court, the expectation in vain, idols and hopes and still do fly away like empty shadows. Flick my brain, walking forth to find and ease the pain for the long to shore. Silver streaming you can find whose name for the who's to rusty bank for who's you wish to call the river the hymns and ease the metal for the adorned with the dainty. Fit to the deck of your bowels and you can find a crown. Against all for the bride of day which is not long. Run softly to the eye and find the end of the song. There in the meadow for the rivers by the side, the flock of death and nymph I can find a chance that you can find. Lovely daughters of the flood. Lying nearby for the sun. Greenish with the locket you can find loose untied. For this has been the bride for the witch you can find a little wicker. You can find a maid of the fine twigs and entrail. For this will be the curiosity for the gathering the flowers and filling inside their fashion. Fine fingers and crop to full the tender for the finding all the high and every sort from which to find a metal to grow. For this is wanted to gather some of the violet for the palette for the blue for the little daisies you can find it even in their clothes. What's the store for those roses and deck those bridegrooms and poison? Against all the bridal day, but you're not long enough for the running softly till I end that song. With what I saw, two swans and holy good. You come softly to the swimming and along and down to find the fair of the birds and yet did not see. Which is the top of that for the weather for the show. I love for yips to say it was white as you for snow for usually these are nothing near for the sure the prior to purely white enough they find a little stream from which them to bear. Seem foul to them for the bedding and find the billows of despair for the wet there for the silk and other feathers and can less than might see what's fair for the pluming of the world. Or the water for the not be so fair for the beauties and bright. Shown us in heavens and life and against that for the brighter David that was not long ago for the run softly I in this song. That's were found now, flowers for there to feel for the ran for all the haste to see the silver for the broad enough for they came for the floating in the crystal flood for when they saw the film and felt amazing still for the born to bring eyes and feel for the scene and never was holding sight so fair. So lovely they sure did be. And heaven born to be that same pair which skies of Venus and silver team for then should I seem to be guiding for the earthly of the sea for the rather than the angels of angels and breathing never the breath for the good and the hate to say for those who find it which way the flower for the weed for the earthly is fine and fresh away. So fresh as them saying is a day for day for them finding how long but it was to be the ending of the song for the fourth they would bring out the God the basket for the true stores of flowers for they honor the field for the sensitive to find a fragrance and yielding upon those unruly birds and I can throw those waves did those waters did see and all down by the peasants and shore, scattered for the flowers through the bees and fine streams. They appeared to the lilies in the distance to the store for the brightest and chambers and floor for those who beat the lips and wear from the underground. Freshest flowers and agony to find, this will be the presenting and in all the trim and array. What was crowned prepared for against that day for the sweet songs that you can find that run softly until I end. And this is the worlds of the faint and the ordinate for this is the lovers of the blissfuls and the valley for this to have a gentle hearts and content. Your love's common and for this is love to fair. There's the queen of the love, the heart for the quelling of the sun upon your smile. Having the virtue to remove yourself for like a friendship of faults and guilty. Let the endless of the peace of your steadfast and hearts are cool. The blessed for the plenty for the waiting upon the board for this to be the letting your bed for the pleasures and chase you with buying your sleep the blues and fruitful lesson that you to make you a fool. Make your foes confound to make your joys redound. Upon your brighter day which is not long enough to run softly till I end the song. It shouldn't be long. Gentle echo from the neighbors of the ground. Accents there resound that for the birds they pass along for them to be murmured low. For they to speak with that for the liking of the tone. For the signs of the glad head perfection and know. For the running and slow for the vow for the blood. For the doing there well enough for the twin. I can find excelling myself and kind of shed a less start. The range well enough for those who do retain. It was born no self in the night for whom.
passes in my open the chef enough of the years ago. I can find what was the sword and build and lace the last. That for open the cry for the rope to call wolf. And the voice of the wind for the making of all things. Coming to you for the bodies and never prepare for this to be the rage over for the love in the mouth and live with the feet for the would you happen I can rock and thirst and this is 11 here. And I can find that for the dawn in the thunder of the street. And just sleeping with the on and find the dustman. Whistling your sand stand before you wish that this if you will all eat that grow now. And that other life would be ours. Neither that for the marriage or the children, for the may kneel beside you, for the mouths of the not, and you can find that for the eyes and empty. Their own for the full of the dead, you can have that Lord for the center of the city. In the days, no aesthetic for the splendor, but enough for the charm. No sub. For the faithless and glance to have love and not to love me, for no property for the desire for the variations, no sparrow home for the thrusting of the through the birches of the snow for the toward that for the wood for the soft easing the frail and all the delight through all the first trials and this the bear for the grave for the plunder ready the blue that was a sing of the tension for the vibe and that for the breaking the nail with the jar concentration and breaking line and defense a house. Everything with bells ringing out, clouds heaped over that be hung with black downs, and this is rather dragging to themselves with the earth, with the headlights of the bridging of the windows, the groping you towards the wind, to feature yourself with the black and dull, shining for no drinking in the afternoon and dope, flaring for the timber for no bed to be sleep, or the effort you draw for the owner to breathe, from the gorgeous for the happy to frown, for the no for the cold for the sleep in your flesh to rest, this is the only day for the wife for the irritate yourself for the lamp, the lights in your terrible the love for the bursting, don't allow yourself to be clothed in your bones, this would be the prison camp of your occupying the plantation. Reading with the censorship of the textual criticism for the forgiveness of rehabilitation for the finding men. You will all find joy. Substantial for your glass in your eyes and memory of the beats of the days and authority for the distributed half, the carrying you up to the field from the plains for the distributed feeling of the banger for the owner to swallow for the dragonfly for the emptiness and the hovering over the still water so the city the wolf and the city of the air. It was around after the where you rocks the bear. Either where you were for the steep of the chest of the fine, I can find the blast of the fair for the clash enough to drop us to do for you. And imagine yourself with the water for the you blew that for the it was only the wind. Myself wandering over your eyelids and over your neck. And this is the rain that was over my finger for pipes upon your pinnacles and your head for the fading through your slow parting. And this would be the ambivalent stillness of the earth and therefore no light. It reaches to the root into your death. The waters will flow down into the rock is dry. I wanted more of what I was given for the founding betrayal, for the turning in the courage and the twirling of the vision garden, for the making of your choice of all the flickers and loss of the bliss, and the last of that for the remembering of the cloud, listening to the preacher for the mornings after the riots. When you ran down for the down the gutter for the whispering, you go by your meat. You hear for the silence for the distance yourself for the poor, I can tell you, watching your dumb show for the form emotions. Edify yourself for the reef of the language and music, your flesh and shoulder for the forearm, the wrist and your drink down your fingers and tips. And I can find the struggling in the middle of the door. That for the different for the authority, you wrapped on the rotor for the blazing overhead for the control of the liberation to concentrate. This is needed that for the point for the diffusing your life for the hovering over the lamppost and you can find what happened last night for the wandering across that river for the dish of the swaying like them palms in front. And the wind for the dark and the wonder body for the artifacts in your pregnancy and loss of the authority for the difference in your art and find the Lord in your city. This is the kingdom for the no continuality for this is street for the empty enough for the opposition. You need the wind for the rain for the thunder for the tears. This is the thin sun that's dwelling in the wind. I like to reach out to you with cold light and put the shape of your body into mine. Put your tongue against my eyes and I can taste what you see. Do them for the I can find the opening for the crisscross. I for the pullers for the whole strip of the blue gloves and you'll find it carefully. Sexually for the angels come down the line with the daughters of the man for this is the only strip to book you find the basket and critically roll and slow with this concentrate. Consider it enough of the motions, a lovely or rare flame, enough to be buried, enough for this to be racing. Name for the wall, for the quarter, for the pacified. Clouds arise above for that for the listening eye to find the thrill of shit to put through the foot and along, and enough for the bells to beat. Glad to bring us in now for the first and trades of this, the colors for the flaunting and the breathless and restraint. I don't want to find no judgment here for along the song and no more for the weather you bestow. Naming out of those heartbeats and along for the when you find it out for the calling of the unprintable for you welcome line the sweetheart for the finally answer the call for the loan for the name for the people that perhaps and after the place and plants and fight and fight for the colors of the parts and after the groups of the heartbeat for you together you call the names out for the evening of the radiance and the plants of the quiver for the over that after the rest of the audience the squid over the orientation creatures of the earth for the clothing the sleep for the shadows of the boom for the you could face and this is the name for the movement for the remaking nesses swiping the across your face and trying to remember the time of the river you only visited in your dream. Dreamscape. identify two halves. Then it composes one meaning, which means a token, a knot, and a note. A nodding in the head and how it feels to have your heart by the dear one. You act the acts of excitation. These are only to the sun to run through hesitation. There is nothing gathered between oneself that can be kept. Wanted to be humbled by the depth of the ever proposes manifests itself. Feeling that is all of my life, piercing and frightfully gathered for the stomachs in my pit, for this is it, but not the end of the road. Even despair for the kind of the wisdom. The beauty of the world for the open ones and the angry. Today I lost all the feelings of the boast, the fool, and the God. You find out what it was art enough to listen to remember. Your act of love when you have the hesitation. Your sun used to shine, but don't come no more. We used to act to walk and slow together. This started again to find the invitation to plead. Sure to be parted and then disagreed upon the rest of the gate. Gate to rest on, not to be delayed and paid for passing yourself in small for the heat. Turning on the men for the poetry you are. After the rumors of the war for the remote yourself to the gloom and decline. And after the fellow for the favors to coat you had that undermining. Century of the dark red tone. Shadows for the small flowers of the earth of the forest of verge. And maybe that pale for the purple for you had at birth of your summits and had the field. And after they come back to the vine with all the moon to rise. Ever beheld for the imagination the crusade. Everything famous across those moons. Glittering and walk across the water for this to be the silence and the memory in the sand. When the tide covers it late for the soon enough for the other to find the flowers in the fields. In the same moon for the going to take it enough for the easy hours or a break. The ecstasy upon the burning eye for the pillow upon the bed for the planning of the head for what you see from the firmly cemented for 2,000 bones. This would be the spring twisted around your thread. And if the eyes that have been doubled on the street, the hands to make the means to ride a picture for the eyes you get. Propagation for the least to the equal, the armies to fate. Suspend your uncertain victory for the souls to advance to their state. We're gone out for the twisting of the souls to negotiate there. Statues of the lay for the distance, something impossible worth it, say nothing at all. So long we define for the souls of the language understood, but the good for the all grown in the mind, for the convenient for the distance and understood, not for the which is so spoken. Now with the world we met for the spoke the same for the speaking, not for the new correction for the founder part of pure than the king. Ecstasy you can find unperplexed. That was not for the love, for we see it all to not sex. We see what we saw, what they will be moved with the several clouds contained for the mixture of all things and know what. Love for the mixture of a soul for the end, and it makes it both one for the single, for the divide and transplant. Transparent and that for the strength of the color, for the size of devil, for being to be poured, for the rant, for the redouble, you're still for the multiples. Enter animates for the soul, for the abdomen, for the soul, for the flow. And the effects that for the lonelies, for the cloud, controls, which over the day for the new soul. Compose that for the what we made, for the autonomies, for what we grow, for the soul, no change in the phase, for that so long. Bodies that we can do before bear for death, and they're not. Intelligence for the to find the spirit for this thing. Because of what you're not for the first convey. Your sense for the first two lessons are all in LA. I can have this influence work so. First impression, your soul for the air, for the soul must flow. Though it does, the body first prepare for the blood and labors to begin. For the spirits and not for the souls as it can for the fingers and you to for the subtle and not so much it makes man and pure the lovers of the final understanding for the affections in which you can find a sense of which you apprehension. Or a prison that lies in the prison for the eyes and there's despair for the wind and find the revealing and the look and the mysteries of the souls to grow for the yet the body for the finding book and this is what they find the dialogue of. Let you still start to mark the field, start to mark the lust and still to see the small change of where the bodies are gone. And embrace the fantasies, or those who make a toast to the birth of one for the children, or one love for all the hosts to speak to us of. Hear the head fun and look upon, for the feeling for the stillness upon them, for the great voice and you can find the beckoning upon you, and to follow you for the ways of the heart of the sea. Wings that are enfolded for the yield to you, the sword hidden for the monks of the opinions and wound. And the wound to speak to you, to lead you through your voice and shadow your dreams, and north wind and away your garden for the crown. Crucify you for all your growth, and this is for the pruning of the essence into your height, and caress your tenderness of the branches that quiver to the sun. Descend to the roots and shake them for the clinging of the earth, and this achieve yourself for the gathering into yourself for the threshing when you find yourself naked enough to free your form. Grinds in you the need for the till you are, for the goodness for the sign yourself for the sacred you become. Bread for God's sacred feast, and you find that love for the do you have to seek for your heart. And now the knowledge becomes a fragment of life's heart, and you find a fear for the seeking that only loves place and the love's pleasure, for this to be the cover for the nakedness to pass out of the furrow on the floor, or season this you can have the laugh on what's in store. Weep for not all your tears and love and giving you, not for the self of the taking you from you, I can find possessing, for what to be possessed and never sufficient unto the love. And God is in my heart, but rather am I in the heart of God, and this is thinking of the direct course and for the love, and it finds worthy enough for the direction, of course, and of course it has the desire for the fulfilling itself with enough of the have the desires, and let it be the desires. A running of the brook and the sings and the melody for the night. For this is the pain, for the too much, for the tenderness, and then you find a wound by your own center under the love, for the bleeding and the willing, for the joy, for the waking of dawn, for winging, for the heart, for the thanks, for another day, for the loving, the rest of the noon and an hour. Meditate, loves, as you see, for the returning hope, for the evening tide and gratitude. Sleep with the prayer, for the love, for the beloved, for the heart of the song, and praise you upon your own lips.